I know what you're thinking. Is he going to do another Clint Eastwood movie spoof? Well, this is Leica SL2 dummy battery. The most expensive dummy cartridge, dummy battery for mirrorless camera in the world. And the price would blow your mind completely. But since this is the only option you've got to ask yourself one question. Do I really need this? Well, normally I'm not the kind of guy who complains a lot about the price. So let's find it out. Alright, so let me quickly show you things don't work, things that works, doesn't work, and I have to take off V-mount battery from XH2, so I'll do that later. So first, if you are thinking to power up this camera with those AC adapters, they don't work, regardless of the brand or price tag they carry. Apple, Sony, Fujifilm, no-name brand, cheapy, they are all 5-volt AC adapters. Dummy battery requires 9-volt. So don't waste your time and money thinking, oh, maybe I need a better cable. Nah, regardless of the cable, these things don't work. Okay, Apple and Sony doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Fujifilm. Doesn't work. Now, this one works because so this particular one, Anker Power Port Atom 3, 60 watt A2613. This put 5 volt, 9 volt, 15 volt, and 20 volt, depending on the voltage required to power the device you plug into this thing. So things like this, yes, they work. Turn off. Disconnect, and NPF battery. Well, these things are 7.4 volt. So regardless the capacity, brand name, charging status, they don't power up this camera. fully charged. No, it doesn't work. Turn off the camera, disconnect. And the power bank like this with PD port. PD stands for power delivery, which can put out, it should say somewhere here, but anyway, as long as it can put out 9-volt regulated, it should work. It is actually interesting. With this one, the boot up is quicker than the one from AC adapter. So with a longer cable, like this one, actually this may be useful for run and gun filming. Keep this in your pants pocket or belt pouch and use longer USB-C cable, so you don't have to worry about battery running out. You can keep shooting all day long. Turn it off. And disconnect. And this is an interesting thing. So connect from USB-C port. It doesn't turn on. Turn it off. Different USB-C port? No. Different cable? No. Turn off the switch. Control Blue D-tap to USB-C cable. Yes, it turns on the camera and it is pretty quick. Turn off. Yep, it turns on the camera. Not only that, boot up is probably the fastest. So these two are good options if you are trying to use this setup outside. If you are doing a studio shooting inside of your house, this may be a better option. But to be honest, I never ran out the battery, while using this one. Well, I'm not a professional. I work in the restaurant industry, so I have a very limited amount of free time. So if you are shooting video in your day off, yeah, this should cover your whole day. Just take photos and video.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I really need this?